Of black and white. There he is. Yeah. We want koi with not the body shape of Mike, please. We want.
You need more volume than this.
More volume. Joma.
Got it for me again?
Oh, just not allowed to swear.
What do you think? What do you think?
Flipping brilliant.
Yes.
Lovely. Fantastic.
First time seeing black and white like this,
Look
huh?
at that. That's amazing. Look at that. It's like Moby Dick, isn't it? Stand on that. Yeah.
あっち、あれ。あれが。
綺麗になった。
綺麗になった。ラスイ。
How could you not be impressed?
ラスイ。
How could you not be impressed, huh?
Amazing. Look at that.
Yeah.
これがエッジコイル。あとは、これが。
There you go, Sake Okaru. Right, Mark, if you're watching this, Takahiro gonna show us your fish. It's in this size already. Wow. It's hard to pick up on the camera, but what sizes would you say these are? Anthony? At the bottom. Sumi on the nose.
Yes, yes.
Oh wow. Come in here, huh?
Into you.
Yeah. Mark Corsa, there's your koi.
Five.
Five. Powerful. There you go, Mark. On the top now, huh?
Well, at least you're discreet, you know what to do.
Yeah. So some Okaru.
Really thin. Yeah, they look much darker than the sea.
This side.
Got a lovely head.
Yeah.
The head's very clean and lusty and strong.
入れて、で今度2番の1番の
Wait.
I want to leave that here, alright?
How's it going?
How's it
I don't
going?
want that scent, and then I'll see what that's like when the next time I come.
Alright, check.
Well, not only that, is I feel that they're put on weight on it more than I would at home, more so than I would at home. So,
You want to shake his hand now?
that one, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Look, yay!
It's not going back to Bristol.
It's not going back to Bristol. This one's staying.
Yeah, that'd be interesting for me.
Yeah.
Something I said I wasn't going to do.
Yeah. Maybe next time. And now you're on camera. Next time, Tancho Showa for Rasta. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Sorry, sold. No.
Like that, but I prefer the skinny.
はい。
There you go.
Hands.
Yeah. There you go. Oh. Yay. There you go.
Right.
Is this coming
I'll
back?
leave that here. No, I'll leave that
Is
here.
going to leave it here though? Okay.
Can that stay?
Right.
Yeah.
That should always stay.
Yeah.
Right.
And those come back to Bristol, to England.
England, loser.
So, wow. Chip, it's your first purchase of the day. What do you think, Chip? Come on, Chip.
Very good.
Very nice. Yay.
Okay, come on.
Yay!
Rasta
Steve. We just going breakfast before we head to Takigawa, and we're trying to figure out Mike's age. I'm guessing 57. What are you guessing, Stephen?
Same age as me, 45.
45. Ant? Come on, Anthony, don't sit on the fence.
Go for it. Make the decision.
88?
Here, Stephen.
Right.
What did you buy in Nintendo last night? What did you buy
In where?
in Nintendo?
In the hardware store.
I bought pair of them shears,
Yeah.
pair of bonsai little scissors,
I realise
finesse ones. Then we bought some slightly larger ones,
Like secateurs.
secateurs, but we bought some bigger sort of like snips, bonsai
What does that have to
snips.
do with your age?
What are the shears like? Are they sharp? Are they,
Bonsai wire.
are they pointed on the blades?
Yeah. Oh, do you want to borrow them?
Yeah, if I can, that'd be
You wanna
great.
borrow
I
them?
know you take a minute, but you might need a sponge or something to
long as
wash
you
them
wipe
off
the blood off.
afterwards. Yeah.
Right, so tell us your age, Snail.
Anyone want a video camera cheap as well, or even free?
Come on then.
What?
What's your age?
Well, your man in the back was near enough, wasn't he?
No,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Just because you act like a 10-year-old doesn't make
45.
you an old
What
man.
do you mean 45 stone?
No,
With
he
your
said
age?
48, didn't he?
You're not 48. There's no
Just
way.
because you're like 48 and you act like
There's
a
no
12-year-old
way
does not
you're
mean I'm
48.
100.
Get your license out. There's no way you're 48.
I'm near enough.
There's no way.
Give or take 3 years.
So you're 51.
Well, it might be.
Ah.
But I know I don't look it.
51.
A little dash of colour in a couple of days' time would be all good.
51. There you go. So he's 51. Half a century.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be lucky to make it at my age at this
Well,
rate.
being in his van, sure, that's true.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking of that. I'm talking about his shears.
Nisai Takigawa shower. So this is yours, Mike, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to tell your wonderful viewers about it?
So Nisai Takigawa shot.
Well, I'm sure they'll require a little bit more.
56 cm.
Looks
Lineage
bigger
on
than
this is Momotaro.
Sorry, say that again?
Momotaro bloodlines.
Okay.
Sumi style, I think, superb. Really nice placement. And all being well, when the Sumi comes up, I think it'll be really clean. It's not the kind of Sumi that will throw any sort of shimmy Sumi anywhere. So any development should see it coming up quite sort of decisively and cleanly, without any of the what they call jammy Sumi or dusty sort of peppery Sumi appearing anywhere. Should be really good.
I like the pecs as well. The
Pins are
Motoguro.
lovely, yeah, Motoguro's good. Body tight's really nice, head's nice. Cheek line's pretty good on it as well.
I've always liked Takigawa shower. It doesn't get many of them, but when you do get on the good one, it's
Yeah, anything that he will keep as a good shower will be very good, but it is seldom that you'll get a really, really nice one. But when he does have shower, they do get really big, and they do hold really nice bodies.
Style, isn't it?
Hang on, let's put it in other one.
okay. Rastakoi.
Right,
Huh?
I'll shoot the feet.
Goshiki. Does it mean 5 colors? Goshiki?
You've got 5.
Yeah, okay. Not different to the one we saw yesterday, isn't it?
Lovely white ground and penetrates lovely, isn't it?
That's your area.
It was.
Is it still maintained that yet, or are you not sure?
Pretty much, I'd say. Oh yeah, now sound eyes, 66 cm. Slim, but I think it's going to get really big. Sounds eye, I think this is 64 cm.
Yeah.
Colour I think is fantastic. Clearer as well. Sashi style is nice. Pattern's quite simple but nice. I think the body's really predictable as well. I think this kind of body, it's easy to see how it's going to put weight on. So I've got a lot of hope of it getting big and being good. Time will tell. I think it's Nisai. I think this had the best body of all of the Nisai last year.
Alright.
Not necessarily for just size potential, but for like body predictability and a combination of size and volume. I think this was the best body of all the last year's Nisai.
And this is available?
Sorry?
Available?
Yeah. One of last year's Nisai that didn't sell. Now sounds like. I think the fish is really good. This is from an old bloodline.
Oh, okay.
Tackle from a parent that basically they thought was kind of extinct, as it were, pretty much, or the lineage was extinct. She's quite an old mother. The mother would now be about 22-year-old.
Okay.
But,
well, the sashi is nice on it, a little, you know, and the kiwa.
yeah, colour. Kiwa I think will change a bit and fill a bit, but I think colour
yeah.
type's really nice. Body's really nice and strong. Hopefully it will be good. I certainly hope so.
Yeah?
That's the koi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't fall in. I'll get you on camera.
It's amazing. I know which one of the seeds have come over to what point. And then some are shooting branches at the bottom and some will make it stronger.
The kiwa is gorgeous, huh? Body and
it's then.
that's nice and long as well. Yeah. Space on the back.
Some will take a really strong bit of one of the tall, but they're both a bit strong.
This is a nice.
At the same time, it isn't.
Ah, here you go.
Cheap. Oh, cheap. Close.
Ah, let's see.
Cheap.
Say Rasta.
That's the koi.
Yes! Yeah, all the names there. There you go.
Stephen.
Very good.
Cheap.
Japanese lesson.
Yes.
Okay.
Rasta koi, yeah?
That's the koi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we got a nice shot of your hairline then.
Yeah, I knew that's what you were looking for. Sanke.
Yes. Very
Sakai
good.
company.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of speaks for itself, really. Unfortunately, the light's failing.
Yeah,
but
so we don't have really good
the
light.
fish is absolutely outstanding in basically every respect. Body type's fantastic. 60 centimetres in each side. Sumi quality, where it's full and on the white ground, is just out of this world. Colour quality is out of this world. Kiva, sashi is exactly the way you'd want it to be. Basically, it's, well, could you paint it any better?
That's what I thought. If you're going to make a Sanke in an oil painting, this is how you do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and if you can picture this, I think, at 90 cm plus, I think this is got an amazing future ahead.
Rasta koi.
Rasta koi, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, see? So I bought him a prize. So this is.
I need this every day.
Yeah. So next time you see Mike, he'd be like this.
Nằm cũng đẹp ha, mấy cái su mì lên đó. Nghe.
What's this for? Gosh. Wow. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. That's why you should never discredit a male koi. Danica of Okaru Koi Farm over there, yeah.
Hi.
Rasta
Rasta
koi.
koi.
How are you? Are you
Fine.
good?
Rasta koi.
See?
Juju water.
Juju water. See? I told you though.
すごい怖いですわ。日本人の小屋さん。すごく怖いです。
Mike san.
おい、チップさんはすごい面倒くさい。
World famous Juju master. How are you? Good, good, good. Oh, look, look, look. Yes, Rasta man. Everything cool. Irie. Rasta koi.
Rasta koi.
Yeah, tell him. Rasta koi.
Rasta koi.
Rasta koi. Ah, where's your fish?
My farm fish there.
This one? Oh, best. Over 85. Well done. Wow.
言うたらびっくりするよ。そこら辺でひっくり返っちゃいけんから言わない。
だから鈴木誠也を中学生ぐらいで買わんと買えんの。いやこれ10年ぐらい。高校生。
I think he says also there's a 70 boo. Oh, this one. Oh, there you go. 70 boo. Oh, I was on your farm yesterday. Yesterday I was there. But your dad said you were here. Lovely. Lovely body. Yeah, good body. What age?
Age?
Yeah, Yonsai?
Now is Sansai.
Sansai. Wow. Sansai. Wow. Good juju water. Good body, very good body. Got Ueno-san here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Mike, you were saying it's 99 centimeters
99 centimeters.
99 centimeters.
and 6-year-old, right?
I believe there will be a.
Do you want to talk through this koi for people?
Body's really nice. It's not too that size. 6-year-old's really young. 99 cm, arguably 1 metre. Some people might say. Body line's really nice. Holding its body weight really well. It's not holding that line down or anything like that. Yeah, really good. Colour quality's good. Skin's really young looking.
It does.
To me, looks like it's still got a bit more to do, but
Was this kind of koi Kashira say Nisai? It was a good fish.
He's 3 years old.
Oh, was it? Oh, wow. Hey, how are you? Are you good?
It's pretty good fish, isn't it?
Yes, very good, yes.
He likes it, but he wants to get it right.
I believe you're living in Japan.
The company, Sanke.
Not your cousin. Sakai Company.
そうだな。でも来週はダイエット。そう毎日ダイエット。
あれ食べて。
日本酒だから毎日。
はい、食べて。
あのキャラ日本酒飲みますか？
日本酒ちょっと。
So we're here at Okaru Koi Farm. After a few hours driving, Mike-san took us here, so my koi is here, so it'll be good to see it. I've been here last time in 2017, I think it was, yeah, 2017, so it's good to be back at Okaru Koi Farm, and let's see some fish. There you go. Ninja Turtle. This is my kahake coming here.
It's just got a little tank on it. I'm sorry, or just walk it like this.
Good more.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit hungry.
Thank you, Rasta Coin.
So it's the end of our trip, well, my trip and Stephen
trip.
Mountain, yes.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you. I know Stephen and Auntie would feel the same for looking after us and doing us proud.
It's been emotional with that camera. No, it's been good actually.
Yeah. And I got what I wanted, which was a decent Sanke
And what else?
and a decent Sanke and a what else did I buy? I can't remember. Hang on, my wife might be watching this. Yeah, so that's about it. So you know, looking at Yume Koi, your plans and everything, it'd be good for some of your customers to hear what we can do. Can we continue to buy koi in the UK from Mike?
Indeed, you can continue buying in the UK in the usual fashion, the same as it's always been. The only problem being is that I won't physically be there myself, or I will be, I should be there for the koi shows, but as far as sort of like day-to-day visits are concerned, that side of it won't be there, but the whole infrastructure of Yume Koi and everything will remain, so basically fish will be available in the usual way. If we just move out so I don't get run over, luckily they missed. But anyway, yeah, things will carry on as usual in that regard, but obviously the number of fish will be lower than before. What I will also be doing is taking fish back to the UK, shipping some to take to the koi shows to really illustrate what we're doing and what kind of fish we're getting, and you know, because otherwise what I don't want to do is, with everything that's going on, forget the UK market and forget those people that have supported me for, you know, obviously quite a number of years now. And as I said before on video, the UK market to me is a very dear thing. It is close to my heart, so it's not something that I want to just kind of give up and walk away from. So if I can continue to supply really nice fish that will keep a really strong presence in the koi scene, then you know that's going to effectively keep me happy, fulfilled, and
all those things.
Keep things going. Yeah, that's right.
And then also we can buy koi from you that could be grown on in Japan.
This is true. You'll be able to buy fish that can grow on in Japan and stay either with the breeders or at my own facility and be grown there. So yeah, there's options. If I'm raising fish myself, it'll be predominantly in concrete ponds, but they will be state-of-the-art ponds, and the growing fees basically will reflect the fact that the running cost and build cost is relatively high. So the keeping fees will be high, but hopefully the results will be really good. There will be mud ponds as well, but the main focus for me is on trying to raise fish extremely well in an environment that I feel is safe for the fish and not going to cause me a whole load of problems. Because mud ponds inevitably do carry risk. So my thinking is, yeah, I mean, to me using mud ponds would be really for growing toe side through the knee side, that kind of thing, but I certainly wouldn't want to be putting somebody's most highly prized purchase they've ever made into a mud pond and take the risk of something not working out right. You know, it's all very well with a breeder. I mean, a breeder, if I were to buy a fish from a breeder, invariably you would leave it with them and you'd have a year's growing fee, which would also come with a year's guarantee. But of course, what my kind of way of thinking is with this is to basically, if someone wants to buy fish, leave it with the breeder whilst it's guaranteed, because obviously at least there is some comeback, some kind of, you know, well, guarantee. Then after that, subsequent years, if someone wants to raise it in my place, there's no guarantee anyway, so I might as well raise it for them. Assuming the fish is good enough to go in there, of course. I mean, initially I will have the capacity to keep about up through to jumbo, I would say around about 60 koi to grow through the jumbo. So that would be what we'll start off with, and then possibly a year or so later basically add extra fish houses to it all, and increase the size of the facility.
So would people look at these fish that you're going to get, obviously from Japan, on Facebook or on your website, or how would they see what you have coming out?
Well, Facebook or the website. The website is undergoing a complete revamp, so that will basically have like a UK, like choose your language kind of thing, whether it's English or Japanese or whatever. So it'll be a case of choosing your language, and then you'll be able to see fish stocks that are either in England or fish stocks that are in Japan. and then decide what you want to do
Yes.
you know, from there. Shipments will be probably 3 or 4 shipments a year. So, you know,
Okay.
if you were to buy a fish that was in Japan, you could have it pulled over on a subsequent shipment.
Right. Good. Well, I mean, for me, it was a great trip. It came in a time where there's some craziness happening around what I do, so it was nice to get away and to see what's happening here and the fish that you got us. I must say, I was impressed with the prices and the quality of the fish.
Yeah, I think this year's been good. I think, and in terms of Sanke as well, I think it's been particularly good. But
I
this
think
year,
it's a year of the Sanke. That's
yeah,
how
I mean,
call
this
it.
year I think Sanke and Okaru have dominated this trip. It's
Yes.
fair to say.
And a Sagi.
And a Sanke, but we won't say who bought that one, shall we, Mr. Cameraman? But and then there was one good show which we saw at
Yes.
Takigawa-san's place, as you've already seen. But tomorrow, hopefully, see what happens with the Rhino. Sadly, you'll not be with us, but
No.
we will have a leaving party after you've gone. You can
I'm
be
sure
rest
you
assured
would,
of
yes.
that. So,
I don't think Ueno-san could
yeah.
do any more parties.
I don't think he can. He's already been asked to come along tonight, and I think he's suffering a bit. He's in
Yeah.
the frame of mind of he's never going to drink again. So yeah.
Yeah, but it was also for me and the boys a privilege to see that show of his
Yeah.
99 cm fish and the quality of it. I think any picture you take of that just wouldn't come out good. I don't know what the video footage is like, but seeing the actual thing, it's a
It
beast.
is one of those you need to see the fish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to look at the fish on a picture. You don't get the impression of power,
Yeah.
the impression of body. You can't really appreciate the colour quality so much, as
Yeah.
easily as you can in the flesh. And I think certainly with that style of pattern as well, you might look at it and think, oh, well, the pattern's not very good. But
Yeah.
if you see the fish and just kind of how dynamic the fish
Oh, yeah,
is,
it's just, yeah.
then it's totally different. So
Yeah.
I think it's a well-justified result.
Okay.
So very good for him. I think what's particularly nice as well is how young the fish is. I mean,
Yes.
99 centimetres, 6 years old now. Talking to Ueno-san yesterday, he said that when the fish was Nisai, it was high level, but it wasn't really necessarily the Kashira, as it were. But he said that when the fish came through the Sanzai, then basically it was the Kashira. And then after that, the customer took the fish home and he's raised it in a 130-ton pond and raised the fish then through to 99 cm at 6-year-old, which is really quite impressive,
Yes,
to say the least.
absolutely.
So I think that should, in a roundabout way, give hope to other hobbyists that they can also do the same thing.
Sure,
Whether
yes.
it's in Japan or other countries.
Countries,
You know,
yeah.
buy the fish, take it home, grow
Yeah.
it yourself.
Yeah. Well, Mike, we got to go to the train station anyhow. But I just want to say thank you again, and we wish you all the best in your future plans and what you have in store. And we will look on the website and on Facebook, and we're excited to see what's happening. And like I said, it's a year of the Sanke, and I got the Sanke of my dreams. I know that's a sad thing to say, but
It is.
it was the one that I loved, as you know, all the time.
No pressure.
And managed to get it, so we shall see what happens. But again, thank you so much, and we pray the blessing and everything on you, that it'll work out fine.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. So yeah, these are changing times. Here we are in my car, and as you can see, we're heading towards Kurume Station. And I've recently, well, it was about 5 minutes ago, I've hired a driver. Here's our driver.
Very cheap, only 5,000.
Actually, Yuji, he's so kind, he offered to drive for free because he's really keen for the Rasta boy to go back to England.
Oh.
There he is.
No,
there's our
Yuji, that's not
Rasta
true,
man.
eh?
Rasta boy, he's going home.
Yuji wanted me to stay, right? Yuji.
And are you poor souls, you on the same flight or no?
No, we're on the same train.
No,
Is
thank
that,
goodness.
is that why you're still smiling? Oh, there we are then. How about you, Anthony? Is that a relief or did you already know?
You already knew.
So, what did you think of the trip then, gentlemen?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Sugoi.
So the fish you've seen, how do they compare to previous year's offerings?
Very high quality.
Yeah.
Slightly less, but high quality.
Yeah.
It's been a privilege to see such
Yes,
like
nice
quality
quality,
fishing
Yeah.
as well, yeah, from all the farms.
No, good stuff. Well, I have to say it's been emotional. It's been a pleasure having you guys, even with this camera, which I'm now in control of.
Yes.
And just, you know, for the benefit of the viewers, let's see if we can get in, you know, nice and close. There we are.
UGC, he's a child, isn't he?
That's all
Oh my gosh.
right. See, even UG's so happy now. Look, because now that it's the pressure's on somebody else, isn't it, UG? Not you. Yeah, Rasta boy. There it is. Anyway, it's been a pleasure.
But I think, like I said to you, I think it's the year of the Sanke for me.
Yeah.
Such great Sanke. It's how hard to get a decent Sanke, you know. And I think.
And I think when you see one, you've got to take advantage of it. I think.
Yes, yeah.
Because Kahaku, I've always said it's easy to kind of replicate. If you don't find what you want, no problem. Try again next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sanke and Showa, if you see it, you best grab it with both hands.
Yeah. And I need to say as well, thank you to Yuji for looking after my koi so well.
And for driving you back to the station.
Yes, but thank you, Yuji-san, for looking after the Kahaku. You did a fantastic job. Make me very proud. Okawa Koi Farm. Rasta Power.
Rasta Power, Okawa Power.
Okawa Power.
I'll translate for you, don't worry. But yeah, onwards and upwards.
Okay, so it's our last day. Can you imagine? Back to reality now. Japan calling. What year are we in? I'm too tired. 2019.
2019, it's good. It's a bit late now.
Yeah. So we've just come back from a long train journey.
Back from
Kyushu, and met Chikara. I'd have some tea with him, and then came to our hotel. So our trip, I almost said school trip. That's how tired. Our trip really, especially for me, was hunting for Sanke, and I guess you're the same.
Yeah, we were the same.
And really, to fast forward it, we both got Sankes that we didn't expect to have, and it was brilliant. And actually, truth be told, we could have bought it on the first day.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we didn't know what was around, but we could have bought it first day. But maybe Anthony, you're the youngest brain around us. Of course, we got Sean Connery's dad there. So tell us what we did. What was the journey?
It's been quite a jam-packed trip as usual. And well, the first day we were Tatigawa.
Well, I was working for the weekend, and I met you boys in after I finished work, which was Sunday. Yeah. And I met you guys in
Kinosara.
Yeah, Shinosara.
After we've been sightseeing.
Yeah.
For about 5 days.
Yeah.
So the first day koi hunting was Tatigawa in the morning, and then we're over to Satai Company. And the next day we're over to Matsue, and then we're back over to Satai Fish Farm, and then drove to Omosago, and then we're back at Tatigawa's again, and Satai Company, and then Matsue again, and then
I think we fitted in Satai Koi farm as well.
Yes, we went to the farm.
Back there again, just have a little look.
And then we're off down to the shore, weren't we?
Shore yesterday,
and that's the
ZNA 55th International Koi Show.
And little did we know we will even be there at the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
So that was a bonus.
That was a good surprise.
Enjoyed that.
It was
good bonus.
Good to meet Bernie Mullins and Mike Harvey.
And that's also the lady that you got her book and
Kate McGill. Really good.
And Ian Andrews. Really nice to meet them. Lovely couple.
And Ian Andrews and a few of them are on Rasta Koi as well.
Yeah.
So we see all our Rasta members.
So it was good.
It's quite a few, and we'll get them all enrolled on.
Yeah. So it was a great trip. I mean, for me, the highlight.
Congratulations to Wayne for winning.
Yes. We down to Kyushu after that.
To see that show, it was amazing.
Yeah,
it's a great opportunity.
But
for me, the highlight, it was good to see Sakai Fish Farm. We couldn't afford much, but still good to see. And the quality of what we saw was. You could tell the man knows what he's doing. You know, some of those big things we saw. And also a shout out to David, who was with us. He left.
On the trip,
and he was good company, wasn't he? Good lad.
I think it was his first time sort of koi hunting, so I think he enjoyed it. Great selections as well.
And he was okay with the camera in his face.
Yeah, he was fine. One of the Rasta boys. We'll get him there, even though he's not on Facebook. We'll get him there.
We'll get him there. But it was a good trip, and I think all in all, we were all pleased.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think there was some tremendous high-end koi.
Yeah, it was a privilege to see as well.
Not
yeah.
a lot, but what we did see was absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
Stunning koi.
I mean, Takigawa is just next level, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's simple, and a lot of
Yeah.
people don't
Yeah.
probably go there
Yeah.
and see the stuff we
Yeah.
get to see through
Yeah.
Mike. But I mean, you just can't help but be blown away. I mean, the Goshki I picked up from Takigawa,
Yeah.
stunning, you know,
Stunning,
and that little Sanke as well. and,
Oh yeah, bargain.
you know,
absolutely fabulous. Absolutely. I think it was what was interesting for us is because we were there last year, and we saw last year's Nisai, being in the mud and the Sanzai now to see how they've developed and grown. It's a great learning curve for us as well, and we've saw it the previous year as well. So it's really good to understand how they've grown and developed, and so it's, we enjoyed that side of it as well. Like, you know.
And I think also what you and I have been saying, Stephen, and more so is often the breeders will have a Kashira, and it's only their feeling and their thoughts.
Yeah.
And often the number 2, 3, 4, and 5 can be equally as good, or actually next time turn out better.
Changed,
and turn out better than the number 1.
Yeah, and again, that's what we've sort of been learning over the last sort of like few years. Kashiras, fabulous fish in its own right, but there's others along that.
It's not the be all and end
with the
all.
merits as well with it, you know. So
It's what's right for you and your budget and everything,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah, and how what we feel might do in the for the UK koi shows as well. It's slightly different to the Japanese shows, so it's just learning that sort of what to pick. But great learning curve, like
And I think also Sakai Company. Just I've never seen so many great Sankis. Not just I know there were some ones you wouldn't buy, but still.
We're there last year for the first time, and we thought was some really good quality fish at nice prices as well, affordable prices, because we picked up a nice 3-step Carp with there last year, and we've seen the Sankes there last year, so we thought, right, we'll really fancy a Sanke, and sure enough we managed to purchase one this year, but there was quite a lot of choice to pick from, wasn't there? Some really top
I mean, we bowled a lot of fish.
And
truth be told, if we had a lot of money, we would have bought everything we bowled, really.
Well, so the two main ponds, there must have been easy, 60, 70, 80 fish in each of those two main ponds to pick from.
Easy.
You've got to stay and stay through the fall of fish to eventually you'll see one.
To be fair, I mean, you guys got a fantastic Sanke. I think it was, looking at what Mike had picked up himself, which is what I bought now, Sansai. But the Sanke you guys got was incredible in its own way, and it just shows that if you just focus and you look, you can find something, good. But overall, Sakai Company for me, if I had to visit 2 farms down here only because I'm pressed for time, I'll go to Takigawa and Sakai Fish Farm Company. And it was really a good trip, and I think how Mike looked after us as well was really. Really did us well.
Hard looking after because we're quite sort of demanding what we want. He's found you got the goods for it.
Yes.
Which is great as well. Like come up trumps again every year as he always does.
And so it shows you. Every year I do these videos, or every couple of years, but I say to people that they should at least once in their koi hobby life come to Japan, and I think you learn so much. In Japan that you could never learn anywhere else.
It just takes you on to the next sort of like level, and I always say that as well. If you don't even think about it, just go. At least you can see you've been there once. And if you like it like us, that you get the bug, you'll come year after year. But at least
and you learn things and you pick up things from the breeders that.
Some of the things are such the simplest things you pick up. And you just go, just do it that way.
And then even if you ask them, how do you deal with this? I have this problem. How do you? And they're willing to teach you. They're the masters, really.
I've been asking all the breeders sort of the temperatures, what they do throughout the winter, what temperatures, the feeding regimes and stuff like that as well. So it's a good learning curve. We've picked up quite a few ideas to sort of like incorporate in our own systems at home. What we're going to do, some more change on our filtration system. Again, just it's a big learning curve, really. Takes you on the next level.
It was good to see Omasako's new build.
Fish house.
Fish house.
And that's Matsue's fish house as well. So they've been expanding both of them.
Which is nice to see, isn't it?
Yeah. So the trip is over.
Depressed.
You boys have an early flight in the morning.
I've got early.
I've got to do work tomorrow here in where are we? Shinosaka, yes.
Yeah.
And so the guys coming to pick me up and take me to do some stuff, and then I go to the train tomorrow and fly home Tuesday morning. So, well,
back to work Tuesday.
back to reality and life and everything else. But the great thing about doing these videos, we in sitting down when we get depressed around Christmas time, we can watch it again,
And
reflect back, and
Great.
so
pictures as well.
yeah. I want to thank you guys for your company and
it's been
just hanging out
Thank
with
you.
us, and
Thank
you know,
yeah.
and I think you know, the core is great, but the friendship is better.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sometimes just meeting
Good
people.
laughs
And,
as well.
yes, yeah, and great memories.
Yeah.
Because we're not far from being like Sean Connery's dad's age. That's it. That's another story. We'll have to explain that to you.
Corn soup.
Every year you come out, you get a different name, don't you? So yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for everything, and we just hope that our next Japan trip will be even better. Can it even be better? Well, we'll find out than this one. Well, okay, so yeah, that's a wrap from Japan 2019. Arigato gozaimasu.
That was a lot. You couldn't walk a bit over. By gum, lad, when I was a lad, you couldn't walk a bit over.
This is you in the future, Anthony. This is you.
Yeah,